till tomorrow. So,
Okay. I'm a little confused on how to present to an audiences here and there, so you'll just have to excuse me. But first of all, I'm Trudy McManus. I'm with the University of Arkansas Extension Service. Our office is located here in Boone County. If you head toward Dairy Queen and take Highway 123 out past the college, we're right up there on the right. You can visit us anytime. There's me, Family Consumer Science Agent, so I answer questions and do education programming on marriage, parenting, and family life, of course, health, nutrition, resource money management. Forgetting one, I think that pretty well covers this. Food safety is in there too. So we've always got all kinds of programs going on. We try to keep you updated via Facebook. So that's UAEX Boone County if you're interested in seeing what kind of programs we have going on. Again, that's UAEX Boone County. So this falls under our SNAP education program. And so I have to have you fill out one of these. Did everybody get one? If you didn't, please fill that out. It's for me. The other sign-in sheet is for them. So it's a little different than our other programs. Okay. Last month we talked about portion sizes, and so anybody been using that information? Portion size? Have you been watching your portions?
Definitely.
Awesome.
We watch our portions all the time.
I didn't watch my portion of the Mississippi Mud Cake last night, though. I just blew it.
I have actually been for my diabetes and stuff. I've lost a lot of weight lately.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Good job. I had my coffee and done small portions.
Okay, that's great to hear. I'd love to write down some.
I don't reckon my life ever had to do that. It still feels weird.
Yeah, things changes, as we change. Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that y'all are using that information. And how many of y'all are really paying attention and reading those labels now, more than maybe you were before? Some of you. Okay, great. So I think what we're going to cover today is going to go right along with that. Whereas we were looking at portion size, which is the first thing you ever want to read on the label last time, we did kind of get into, how many, everybody looks at calories. So yes, you do want to look at calories because you don't want to take in more energy than what you can burn on. But at the same time, we also want to look at, bad fat. We want to look at sodium and sugar, right? And we did kind of look at quite a bit of that stuff last time. Well, this time we're going to focus in on sugar, all right? And I think, again, you'll see the difference in portion size. And what we're going to talk about is, and I want you to think about some comparison shopping as we go through here. So if you, I don't know, how many of you have ever tracked your expenses for a day or for a week or something like that? Has anyone ever done that? It's mind-blowing, isn't it? And you can do the same thing with calories and all that, but you can also do it with expenses. And I think one of the things that people most find affects everything that they do and their finances is, basically what we call family expenses. Those side stops, you stop by the coffee shop, you stop by the gas station, and while you're there, you grab a couple of things. You stop by Walmart and grab some things you didn't intend. You stop by, wherever, and maybe you even go grocery shopping as you intended, but you buy a few things that weren't on your list, right? That you maybe don't need, they're just extras. And it's really easy to do. I'm just going to tell you flat out that even I got caught up by it. I was using that new online ordering system, which I loved, and I had everything that I wanted on there. And then as soon as I clicked, that I was going to order it, it comes up with sale items. And the first one on the list is Doritos. And they were on sale. And I'm like, yeah? So then I ordered Doritos, and then I was sorry that I did.
I think it's like marketed towards what you already did in your cart.
It is, because they say on there, this is what other people who have purchased things that you purchased, this is what they bought, and it's on sale. And you're like, oh, sure, why not just add that one here at the last minute? So, I mean, the picture.
That's a lot of that for me.
Yes, exactly. Before we get into this though, I do want to remind you a little bit about the MyPlate. I'm trying to go around and make sure that y'all have the MyPlate. Y'all have that, pull out your little magnet. So this magnet is fantastic. You can put it on your refrigerator. And I think I gave you a poster last time and a plate. So if that's not enough, you can put your magnet on your refrigerator. Right at eye level is where you want it, right there when you open the door. And what you want to think to yourself when you start to get in there is, whatever I'm about to get out of here, does it fit into one of these food groups? Right? Yeah, there you go. Does it fit into one of these food groups? Because if it doesn't, do I really need it? Right? And the same thing works when you go through your pantries and stuff. So you might want to stick that plate on, your tempting pantry, whichever one that is. So when we go shopping, when we look at what we're going to eat, the MyPlate is a fantastic guide to remind us of what we are supposed to be eating. Now, yes, I could probably think of ways to squeeze in some of these foods, like these foods. I could probably go, oh, cheesecake, that's a dairy, right? Well, yeah, but there's a lot more sugar in it than anything else. So really, if you're thinking, okay, that's not really a healthy item on here, that, you might want to rethink it before you go for it. So use the MyPlate as a guide. It just has your 5 food groups on there. I kind of brought these as extras. I showed them last year, so if you want me to cover them at the end or whatever, we can. But like I said, we're going to kind of look at some comparing items. We're looking at the sugar content for the most part, but we will be looking also at some other things to consider when you're purchasing items. I'm not saying that everything on the table is a healthy product, but that's why we compare, right? Okay. I gave you a handout, and what it has is the comparison items. And I want you to go through, I'm just going to give you a minute or two, to go through and mark off which ones you would choose. I mean, you can't look at the label right now, but just in general, which ones you would choose, and you can base it on anything you want to.
You've also covered gluten and all that.
Would you like me to cover gluten?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'd like to know a little more about it, really.
Okay, I don't have my handout on gluten. We have a fantastic handout on gluten. But basically, gluten is a natural binder. So you're going to find it in a lot of grain products, like wheat is one of the best that has gluten in it. Gluten is not a bad thing. Gluten is a wonderful, natural thing that keeps your bread stuck together. That's what it does. So it's very important. Now, what you're going to see though is a difference. If you make a homemade bread, or get a homemade bread somewhere, it's going to be a lot more crumbly than some of that stuff that you pick up at the store. And that is because the stuff at the store, they add extra gluten to make sure that it sticks together the way we want it to. Now, in this day and age where we have been purchasing that kind of bread for quite a while now, we're starting to get a little bit tired of it and rather have that fresh stuff. But when it first came out like that, and some of y'all may remember better than I would about that, that was awesome, that you could get that quality of bread that stuck together so well, you had barely any crumbs, and you could easily make a sandwich, and say someone who was working out in the field or something could eat a sandwich without making a big mess everywhere. So that was an awesome thing. So if anybody's like, why do we have products like that? I mean, there was a reason for it at one time, and so now we're kind of different about how we approach things. But gluten really is very natural. The problem comes in if you are sensitive to gluten, or if you are allergic to it, like you cannot eat it.
My sister-in-law's allergic.
Yes, and they can even diagnose that pretty easily.
My brother, he does a lot of that. He said it can also enhance your allergies.
It can, well, I don't have any research on
I
that.
don't know, but that's what he was telling
What
me.
would be symptoms of
What would be symptoms of an allergy or something like that?
gluten?
Well, an allergy, a lot of times will come across as, stuffiness, eye itching, things like that. But a gluten intolerance, or gluten sensitivity is gonna probably be more like a digestive issue.
Like burning?
He said that he got hives. That's what he-
So that might be more like an allergy.
So is it like naturally occurring food?
Yes, it is very natural.
I always thought it was like in processed foods or something like that.
Well, like I said, they can add it to it, but it's very natural in many products, like wheat has it very naturally, a lot
So
of.
it's like a binder, you
It's
said?
a binder.
Diluted sugars or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's what, well, that's where it comes from, right? So that makes sense. Now, there are several grains that naturally do not have it. So, I love it when they put on like a rice cereal box in big lettering, gluten-free. And people buy it because it says that, but you know what? Rice doesn't have gluten in it.
That's funny.
Now, if you are super sensitive to gluten, you might want to go ahead and look for that label, because sometimes in the processing methods, if they're processing wheat and rice in the same plant, it can get, in there a little bit if you're super, intolerant to it, or allergic to it. So, there is that factor. But yeah, unless you have a sensitivity or an intolerance, I have not read any research about the allergies, like you said, so I can't speak to that. Okay, so I can't speak to that, but, otherwise, the rest of us should be pretty good with it. But of course, everybody has their own preferences. So on that really cool handout that I mentioned earlier, it has a really good list of grains that do not contain gluten naturally. So, and there's things like that online too. So if you want something like that, you can call me and I'll send it to you or whatever. I might be able to find it online. And then of course, like I said, there's going to be online. I did not bring it. I didn't know we were gonna talk about that, but, I do have it at the office if y'all want it. So, just call and request it if you are interested, or I'll take your name before I leave. Okay. Did y'all get your papers filled out while I was talking about that? Good deal. Okay, so you kind of know what we're talking about as we go along here. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna start with big stuff here, and your numbers are not in order with the things up here. I know that everything's numbered, but that's too orderly for me. So I like to do things a little more random. So what we're gonna look at here is just a plain quick oats right here versus a maple and brown sugar packet of oatmeal that already has all the flavorings mixed in with it, and this one does not. So, which one did you say you would purchase? Instant. You said you would purchase instant. Okay, well, if I base my purchase on price, I would purchase this one by far. This is way, way cheaper. If I base my purchase on nutrition, I would purchase this one. This is way, way healthier. It doesn't have the preservatives, it doesn't have the sugar that's out of this, the sodium. You'd be amazed at the sodium in this. All right, so let me just show you what we're looking at with our sugar. Right? None. That's no sugar in there. That's what that's showing. Our sugar in here, we have 12 grams per packet. Wow. Does everyone see that? Okay, so 12 grams per packet right there. So if you're eating 2 of these packets, that can make a big dip in your budget and your sugar content. Because oats, by the way, are naturally gluten-free, but they're a carb, so they're going to increase your sugars when you eat them. They're a whole grain though, so it's not going to be as bad as some things. Oats are very good for you. So this would definitely be the better choice on that. However, I do want to add this. You're not going to eat this plain, probably. You're probably going to add some stuff to it. So be smart on what you add to it. Add fruit, or you could do dried fruit, but be aware of the sugar content. You could add peanut butter. I got a food train for a little while of adding a half banana to it. That was awesome, y'all.
Yeah. And you would be better than sugar, right?
In the end, your body processes it about the same.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, and that's a surprising thing to a lot of people, is most of these sugars out here, your body pretty much just turns them into glucose. So in the end, they're gonna end up the same. Now, it does have to go through a few more processes for some than others. High fructose corn syrup, straight glucose, yeah. Okay, so let's do applesauce. This one's my favorite, because I have little kids, and
I love those.
I am totally, yeah. So which one do you love?
Cinnamon.
Is that what y'all chose?
I did the natural.
Okay, so this one, and it doesn't have anything to do with the brand, I'm just gonna tell you that. And it comes in little cups just the same way, and even the flavored ones, you're gonna see the same thing. This one is an unsweetened, okay, so I wanna show you the difference.
I only buy it in sweetened.
This is
It tastes
your,
better.
this one,
thing?
in that,
Oh my God.
Wow.
it's mostly all sugar. And this one
Huh.
is half that.
Is that natural sugars from apple?
Yes. So it's fructose, natural sugars from the apple, and this unsweetened one. This one, the second ingredient is high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup.
Can't see all these back there, what do you mean? But I can. Well, the video's catching.
Okay, okay,
So.
good deal. Okay, so high fructose corn syrup in that one, so that's the difference. So if you're gonna go buy applesauce, get unsweetened, same thing with your juices, things like that. Okay, so which one did you say you would choose?
White cheddar.
White cheddar? Well, it looks really healthy, it says Smart Food Delight. This one's, yeah, they kinda look healthy too, but it just says barbecue flavor. Cooked in 100% peanut oil. Well, hey, it's got peanut oil, there you go. All right, let's see. We've got our Delight White Cheddar, which, by the way, popcorn is a delightful snack if you are gluten intolerant or if you are diabetic. And everybody else too, because it's a whole grain. You just have to watch what's on it. All right, and our chips. Barbecue has sugar in it. That's barbecue sauce. Yeah, so that's the difference there. All right, let's look at some beverages, okay? So we've got our chocolate milk. This is just regular chocolate milk. Milk's good for you. And then this one is coffee and milk bottled beverage, coffee taste. Coffee taste.
Yummy.
All right, let's see. Which one would you choose, by the way?
Coffee.
Based
Chocolate
on,
milk.
based on nutrition,
No, it's caffeine.
based on your health,
Because at some point I would be getting
based
calcium.
calcium. Okay. All right, so this is your actual chocolate milk. And this is actually your coffee flavor.
So do you-
So which one has more than? Which one has more? So the coffee had 45 grams and the chocolate milk had 58.
Okay.
Okay, so what am I saying? Am I saying you should drink this, coffee flavored sugar beverage or chocolate milk? This is confusing. I would recommend drinking milk without chocolate or making your own so you don't put as much chocolatey, sugary stuff in it, right? Let's see.
I usually mix mine white and chocolate together because I can't drink the chocolate.
Yeah, that's too.
It's too sweet.
They
Chocolate's too sweet.
actually add sugar.
Yeah, I usually mix them, it's like too much.
And milk has its own sugar.
Yeah.
You all remember what that's called? That's lactose. So if you're lactose intolerant, you're allergic to, or not allergic to, but intolerant to the milk sugar. That's what I'm intolerant to.
Heavy whipping cream doesn't have any sugar in it.
Heavy whipping cream?
Yeah, that's what I use my coffee.
Yeah, I ate a lot of whipped cream when I was diabetic. That's good stuff. So, yeah, it does have a lot of fat though.
Yeah,
You have to,
ketogenic diet.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Alright, next we have our yogurts, which I'll choose on yogurt. Strawberry.
What would you choose on the
Strawberry. I like peach. Alright, so y'all probably can't see this, but this is not got to do with flavor. The strawberry here says less than 80 calories, is light, fat-free, and it's sweetened with Splenda. And this one is just regular, but it is low fat.
Oh,
Okay, that's the difference here.
Is Splenda better for you than sugar, or is sugar better
I'll
than Splenda?
come up cool.
I will get to that. In just a minute, I'll answer your question. Okay, this is the Splenda one.
Yeah.
That's, 9 grams of sugar, right there. And then this is the regular.
Oh my God.
Oh, boy.
That's a lot of sugar.
That'll answer your question a little bit, didn't it?
I can't believe it.
Okay, so what's Splenda, a lot of those man-made sweeteners out there, you know, lots of different kinds of chemicals. So whether it says sugar-free or whatever, chances are there's something in there sweetening them. And it would be a long drawn-out process to discuss all the science behind that. But, and I don't even know it all. But what I do know is that Splenda is made by bleaching sugar, regular sugar. And what it does is take out part of it that is so high in calories and causes our glucose levels to increase so much. So
Oh, man.
what do you think about that? I would say Splenda is a little more natural than some of the other sweeteners if you're going to choose a replacement for sugar. And it does not increase your glucose levels as much. That's what I would say about it.
How about honey?
Honey, still gonna increase your glucose levels. It's just about equivalent to sugar, to table sugar. Okay, how about these two? We've got some fruit snackies and we've got raisins, and I'll just tell you up front that I hardly ever give my kids these unless somebody gives them to them. And, I'm much more likely to give them raisins, because they're a lot more natural. But what do y'all vote?
Oh, my God.
You basing this on?
I suck, I'm a gummy parent.
I'm a gummy.
Okay, well, for our gummy folks, I am gonna throw it out there that a lot of them say words like natural and naturally fruit flavored and stuff like that. No, they're sugar is what they are.
I just get enough for treats.
That's what makes
Like,
me
I
gummy.
constantly feed my kids, but like if they have a really good day at school and like their afternoon school snack, I'm not even gonna lie, they get a pack of gummies and I'm here, my kids eat fruit, so I do like bananas and apples with a pack of gummies. So I do get the real food in there too, but my kids much prefer gummies.
Yeah, they do love them.
Those little fruit snacks are good.
It's true. So I sometimes let my kids have these as a dessert, is the way I go with those. I try to think about, their poor little glucose levels, you know, spiking when I give them stuff like this, along with fruit and things like that. If I was gonna give them this as a snack, I'd probably add some cheese or something with protein in it to help even that out a little bit. All right, let's look at the difference in sugar. All right, so our fruit flavored snacks, right there.
Uh-oh.
And then we have our raisins. So our fruit snack comments are like, yeah.
What happens? Yeah.
The raisins have more sugar.
Do they really?
Yes. So the one with more sugar is this is 20 grams and this is 11 grams.
How many grams of sugar were in each other?
This one's 11, so that's the fruit snacks.
Oh, wow.
This is the raisins with 20 grams.
You know what the cool part is though, I don't feel so guilty when I say give my kids gummies because I am the one that won the mommy fight. My kids literally threw down their chocolate chip cookies for the container of strawberries.
Hey,
So my kids, I win, I mean, I give a little makes me feel less guilty.
Okay. However, that being said, still, which one would I pick? I would still pick the raisins because they are more natural. And I'm not saying the same thing for craisins. I'm not saying the same thing for blueberries or cherries or any other dried fruit unless there's no sugar added. With raisins, there is no sugar added to them. That is just the natural sugar in them. And they actually have some nutrients, which they are pretty sparse on these things. Do I give my kids a whole big bunch of these? No. If I can find those little tiny boxes, I'd rather do those, because that's obviously a lot of sugar. And like I said, if I'm gonna do this as a snack, I do a little cheese or something like that, to even it out, you know?
We also can get iron from raisins.
What's that?
You can get iron from raisins, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's good stuff in there, yeah. Sugar, the sugar content is not everything, which is why we are comparing all these different items. We're not just looking at sugar content. All right, next up, let me do this. No, I'm gonna say that. Okay, let's do this. Little snack bars.
Yeah.
Like, everybody thinks these are super healthy, right? We kind of looked at that last time, so let me give you a comparison. Which one would you vote for?
We want a Nutri-Grain. They're so
darn tasty.
Well, these are those crunchy ones, and I a lot of times choose those if I'm looking for something really nutritious, because, you know, lower in sugar and that kind of thing. They're pretty good, but Nutri-Grain bars are pretty good too. So here's your Nutri-Grain bar with 12 grams of sugar. And then we have your crunchy bar with 11. So they're pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that being said, next time you go looking at granola bars, look at some of them. They're the same as a candy bar. Some of them are, right? These are two good choices here. These are two good choices. All right. Here we have some graham snacks, honey graham snacks. And this is the actual Teddy Grahams, but it doesn't have to do with brand. And they're also flavored honey. So there are different brands, but which one would you vote for?
Teddy Grahams.
Whichever one was cheaper.
I'm saying the bigger box, right?
Like, I'm like super proud of myself. I just like filled my entire house with groceries and only spent $400 for 10 people.
That's awesome.
So, and like, yeah,
For
That's
how
a lot
long?
of groceries.
That lasts you, how long does that last you?
that'll last us pretty much the rest of this month. For 10
Okay.
people. I make big, huge meals, and then I freeze half of them, and we eat half of them. So
Smart.
like my pots are half the size of me. But it works.
Just have
I'm
to be
having
careful.
a problem, there's nobody there, and there's just me, and it, you know, I wanted some yellow vegetables, and I said, well, I'll go to the store, but I have a tendency to pick up 3 items when we go to the store.
Well, when you do that, and it's fine to do that, you make yourself a big meal and then portion it out in smaller
But I
containers.
never go back and eat it.
You don't wanna eat
No.
leftovers?
Not that day, or the next day, or the third day.
No, freeze it.
Freeze it.
Freeze them. Buy you the freezer back. No, seriously. Before I added 6 more people to my house, which is my husband, my 2 daughters, and my son, or his son, every other weekend. And I would make meals big enough to feed anywhere from 10 to 15 people. We would eat what we ate out of it, and then whenever it was done eating and I was cleaning the kitchen, I would literally put it in freezer bags and I freeze it. So like, if I have to go work an overnight shift and I leave at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, my babysitter can just grab something out of the freezer, toss it in the oven and cook it for the kids, and it's done. You don't have to worry about it. Then it's what you want your kids to eat. You don't have to worry about like people messing stuff up. So take that meal, break it into portions, and just freeze it. And then randomly, 2 weeks from the time you made it, you might decide, oh, I want some more spaghetti. But I don't want to make the spaghetti. Oh yeah, I want some. So just grab it out of the freezer and toss it in the microwave or toss it in the oven or in a pan, and you got a meal in 20 minutes.
I did that with like chicken and noodles, but
When it makes up, it'll take a while.
But when it comes time to phone it out, you have a phone call, I'm working late, I'll leave the restaurant, or I've got a Key Club membership.
There's
I'm not gonna-
defrost on the microwave.
Uh-huh.
No excuses.
There's always a reason to go like eat out though, I know what you're saying.
I don't eat out, I really don't, because, for one thing, when I had my gallbladder taken out 5 years ago, I don't process all that stuff. And it just, oh my God, it's just, and then, financially, you live on a budget, you don't have the extra money. When I do, I want to do special. So I don't hardly ever eat out, but,
So what do you do for one person?
oh, I'll just get a jar of peanuts, crackers and stuff. Or,
I eat a cup of Sonic Ice.
Yes.
I lost
I know.
I'm taking
Dinner's
Sonic, yeah.
I've
lost like 30
My
pounds.
grandma's followed me. Dinner's
They are
really
Sonic
not
Ice.
from
Cups of this.
You say bowl of cereal.
A bowl of cereal. I think that is another thing, I think I kind of talked about last time when we did portions about getting enough bang for your buck. That if it's something you're gonna spend money on in the first place, it may as well be something that's bringing a decent amount of nutrients to your body. If you're also, same way with calories, if you're gonna be spending your calories on it, you may as well be putting something in it that is gonna deliver you a good amount of nutrients.
Well, I hardly ever buy any pre-sweetened cereal. I was,
Do your healthy stuff.
oh,
Even at that, and most of the time when I say this, I'm answering a question from a parent who says, my child eats nothing but cheese, isn't cheese good for them? The doctor told me not to feed them so much cheese, and I say, well, two things. Cheese causes constipation, how bad? That's one thing. And the other thing is, if you're eating nothing but cheese, you're not getting the nutrients from all the other things that you need to be getting. So, you know, variety is everything when it comes to nutrition, absolutely. All right, we're looking at our, this is the Teddy Grahams, okay, Teddy Grahams. Right, this has 19 grams of sugar in those puppies. All right, and then we've got Graham snacks, 8 grams. What's the difference?
Serving size.
Thank you. So this is 1 pouch, which is 28 grams. And this is 24 pieces, but the container has 2.5 servings. So there again with the servings, they make a difference, right? So you wouldn't want to sit down and eat this whole thing, or you might do that with this. Okay? Now then, with more equivalent. Okay. So cereal, let's do cereal. Talking about cereals. All right, we have these nice, lovely, no added sugar.
Cheerios.
Yeah, we eat Cheerios.
That's your favorite? Which one? The plain? Yay! A lot of people eat these or the gazillion other kinds that they have that are like these, right? So let's just look at the difference here. I mean, these are really healthy choices compared to a lot of things that you do. So you are allowed 1 whole cup in your portion for your plain Cheerios, and that is 1 gram of sugar. That's not bad. You are at 3/4 cup, so your serving size is cut down on your honey nut here with 9 grams of sugar.
You would just think that the serving size would be the same.
If you're bored with these, you're not gonna get quite the same protein, but I found that, and it does cost more. The unsweetened vanilla almond milk adds a little flavor to them, so that's kind of good. You can add berries, it's blueberry season, so lots of good stuff available if you need a little extra flavor. Of course, when you add fruit, you're adding sugar, but you're also adding nutrients. Which is totally different than getting this and adding a scoop of sugar.
I like mine with bananas.
Bananas, yeah, that's
They're
old.
pretty good in yogurt sometimes. You put them in yogurt?
And that is a wonderful, healthy breakfast. Get you some, low sugar, yogurt and put some Cheerios in there. That's better than your granola. Granola's pretty high in sugar.
Yeah, it's like, those little parfait yogurts that they have that you can mix in.
Mm-hmm.
There's the almond milk and lactose.
Does almond milk have the lactose? No, it does not. It doesn't, it has sugar. Same thing with your soy milk. It's pretty much dairy that's gonna have your lactose. So if you're looking for a lactose-free, that's, you wouldn't wanna choose one of those other alternative, milks. However, your dairy products, which they do make, like lactate or that kind of thing, where they pull out that lactose and they actually add some of the enzyme, the lactase enzyme that helps you digest the milk sugars as well. And they make that with a real actual milk, and that's gonna have more protein than your almond milk. Soy milk has more protein than almond milk too. So look for your proteins, because if you're starting out your day with some cereal, you wanna get as much protein in there as you can, to help offset that sugar that you're putting in your
What's
body.
the difference between the Quick Oats and the Rolled Oats?
Quick Oats and rolled oats.
I know one's instant and one's.
So they're both rolled. I don't know if you've ever seen an actual oat, but it is not flat. So they're both rolled and flat, literally. And the difference between the Quick and the regular Cook is that the Quick Oats are rolled much thinner. That's it. Is that understood? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, which one did you vote for? Gonna do rice or are we gonna do pasta? What do you base it on? She wants to make carbs. Carbs, all right. Now both of these are white, I want you to notice. These are not whole grain wheat noodles, which is what would be the better choice. This is not brown rice, which would be the better choice. So these are low in fiber choices. But let's look at the sugar. So in 1 cup of noodles, you have 2 grams of sugar.
No.
Now remember, 1 serving of noodles is a half cup actually.
Is that, I'm sorry, is that Cook or Uncooked, that one cup? Is that what it's
It is uncooked.
Uncooked, okay.
There are 8 servings in this container. So I was gonna try to tell you the difference, that sometimes a bag, and this goes back to our portion sizes, sometimes a container is going to give you what the serving size is, which is not the same as a portion size. So if this had said, and I can't tell you, I'm pretty sure 2 ounces is not that much. But if this had said that 1 cup was a serving size on here, that is not a proper portion size. A proper portion size is a half a cup of noodles. Does that make sense? So at least it tells you what's in it per whatever their serving size is, but that doesn't mean that's how much you should eat. Does that make sense? Okay. So the serving size on here is actually 2 ounces, and they've got it measured out around half a cup because the sugar content is actually so low, at 1 gram per serving. So. Okay, on this one, on
So
our
wait.
rice.
On the noodles, you said it's 2 grams per 1 cup of noodles?
Yes, per 1 cup, which is different than what this bag
But
actually
you said a serving size should be half of that, so per actual serving size, there's 1 gram of sugar per serving size.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes when you're doing it with cubes, you have to adjust things a little bit to get the right amount of cube in there. Yeah, if you try to cut one of those in half, it just crumbles. So that's what we have to do. So that being said, they have 1 gram of sugar in here, but it has 42 grams of carbohydrates. And only 2 of those grams are fiber. So the fiber is not going to turn into sugar in your body. But all the rest of these starches, 42 grams of them, are going to. So it may only have this, but that's not how it's going to end up in your body,
Starch breaks down to sugar?
most of it.
That's the brown one.
That's the problem. Now what I do with my other bag. Here it is. Alright, rice, none per half cup. So we're back to half cup on our rice. No sugar per half cup. Alright, let's compare these. Anybody like to eat these quick little soups?
I like the chicken noodle.
Yeah, well, you know, this is cream of celery. These creamy ones are great for adding in things for flavor. And this one's 98% fat-free. But did you know that per our USDA guidelines, these are junk food?
Really?
Yes, ma'am. These are junk food. Why are they classified junk food? Why are they classified junk food? Because of their sugar and sodium. Is about the same as your candy bars and stuff. I'll just tell you what it is. So your sodium in, let's see, the serving size is a half cup. Now that's with the water added to it, I'm sure. No, it's not, that's condensed soup. Okay, so that happens, counts. 480 milligrams of sugar, which is 20% of the amount of sodium you need for the entire day. 20 grams of carbs, and 12 of those are sugar. Alright, so let's look at what these look like. So on our tomato, that's this one I have. That is our 12 grams of sugar right here.
So don't give people those when they're sick.
No, make homemade ones on. That'll be better anyway.
Yeah, homemade soups.
Your cream of celery, actually, well, that's better with 1 gram per cup. So,
What's the difference in the two?
what's the difference? So, you would think that this one would have more because it's a creamy, and in the end, it probably does have that lactose in there. But when I actually compare the amount of sugar, and they were gonna start putting on labels how much was added versus how much is just, naturally in the product, but now they're not gonna make them do that, which I'm pretty bummed about. But, it just says on here 1 gram of sugar is all that's in it, and I'm gonna say the difference is, since this has 12 grams, is that they literally add sugar to the tomato. Let me look at the,
Tomatoes are high in sugar anyway. They're fruit.
somewhat, yes. High fructose corn syrup is the second ingredient. There you go. Now, thanks for asking that question. Alright, and I have one more here I did not cover. We've got green beans and corn.
Green beans. Well, corn doesn't really have any nutritional values, so I mean, you don't have the green beans.
Okay, what do the rest of you think?
Let's have a look back at corn.
Corn has sugar.
Then, yeah. But your body doesn't digest well.
Okay, I'm gonna address this from 2 different ways. Let me do the sugar first. Okay, so let's look at the sugar content in these. This is the corn at 5 grams of sugar per what the label says. This is our green beans with 2 grams of sugar per half cup. Okay. Alright, so that being said, I want to read you the label really quickly. This has nothing but green bean water and some salt in it. This has corn water, sugar, cornstarch, and salt. They added sugar to it. So when you're purchasing your vegetables, look at the label and make sure they didn't add any sugar to it. You would be surprised where they sneak that in on you. Okay, then let's cover the information about the nutrient value on these, alright? So our green beans in this can happen to have 6% vitamin C, 4% vitamin A, 2% calcium, and less than 2% iron. Our corn has no vitamin A, no calcium, has 2% vitamin C, and 4% calcium, iron. So which one is better for you as a vegetable? The green beans are, but I don't want to say that corn is really, really bad for now. I will say fiber content on the corn is 1, whereas the green beans it is 2 on your fiber content. So that means eat these more often than you eat this. Okay, don't have bread and corn the same meal. Because yes, this is going to have more sugar content, starchy, turns into sugar in your body more quickly than these are going to. Alright, this doesn't have as much starch content. Let me tell you what it is. 4 grams of carbs on this one versus 12 on this one. Okay, that's the difference there. So, is corn bad for you? Should you never eat corn? No, you can eat corn. It has some nutrients. You should eat your green beans and your other vegetables more often than you eat your starchy vegetables. What are some other starchy vegetables while we're talking about vegetables? Potatoes? What else?
Starchy vegetables.
Macaroni.
It's not a vegetable, but yes, that is a very starchy. What about green peas? My mom always said that was a green. Guess what? It's a starchy vegetable. Lima beans.
Peas. Oh, what do you call them? Legumes or whatever? Legumes?
Legumes?
Yeah.
Yes, legumes are starchy. However, they're kind of a superfood because a lot of those have protein and they're loaded with fiber. So they're a little bit different than some of our other starchy vegetables.
We got avocados.
What's that?
Avocados.
Those are not so starchy. They're high in fat and it's a good fat, so those are just good for you.
But they're high in sodium, though, right?
Not alone, once you turn them into guacamole and all that stuff, yes, but alone, no, they're not.
I use plain avocados as my mayonnaise.
Okay,
Instead of, like, literally, I cut an avocado in half and I scrape it out and I put it on my bread like it's mayonnaise.
yeah, that's awesome, that's
That's just
awesome.
cheese.
That's a good deal.
So like sweet potatoes too, those are starchy and very sweet too.
They are, and everybody's counting sweet potatoes, but as an alternative to a white potato,
What about,
they're better,
squash and
because
stuff
they
like
have all
that?
that vitamin A. What?
Squash?
Squash?
Yeah,
What kind of squash?
yellow.
Yellow squash and zucchini,
Mhm.
they are considered an other vegetable, like your green beans.
Oh.
So the way that they kind of categorize those, they have oranges, which are gonna be really high in vitamin A because of their carotenes. The carotene turns into vitamin A in your body. They have your dark leafy greens, and then they basically have your starches and your other vegetables, so 4 different categories.
Okay.
So, you should eat most of those, like 2 or 3 times a week, and your starchies rarely.
So radishes are not starchy, those are root vegetables.
Those are root vegetables. No,
Turnips would be.
I couldn't tell you, they probably are kind of starchy.
Something to look into.
Huh?
Something to look into.
Yes, I haven't done much research on those, but I would guess they're starchy, but not as starchy as, I bet they're other vegetables. I bet they're not starchy
This
vegetables.
broccoli's not starchy.
No,
fibrous.
it's a dark leafy green. Yeah, broccoli is my favorite dark leafy green.
Mm-hmm. Super yummy.
Yes.
What about asparagus?
Asparagus is another vegetable. It falls into that category with your green beans and squash. Now, your winter squash, winter squash is a starchy vegetable, but it's a very healthy one. So, like I said, just because it's considered a starchy doesn't mean it's bad or that you should never eat it. You should just not eat it as often as your other vegetables. Your dark leafy greens should be first, your oranges, and then your other vegetables, all up on that list. And all that can be found on MyPlate, your MyPlate website that you have there.
Yeah.
All that information I just gave you, what vegetables belong where, all of that's on there. Also, I don't know if I told you this, but on that website, there is a place that you can go and put in like your personal information, your age, your height, your, how much physical activity you get, all of that. And it will give you a personalized plan of how many calories you should be taking in. And it'll tell you about the vegetables and all that good stuff. So, and it breaks down how much fruits you should be getting per day, how many vegetables you should be getting per day. Mine is different than everybody else's here, we're each individual, and that's why it's called the MyPlate, because that's what they want you to do. They don't just want you to go on averages, I tell you, they want you to go to the website, put in your information, and see what is right for you, because everyone's different. Any questions about anything we've covered so far? Do you want me to cover that real quick, or are we? I forgot one? Oh, no. Okay, Gatorade and Sunny D. What do y'all think?
Gatorade.
Sunny D.
Gatorade, which is 1 bottle, so that's the whole thing. That is the serving size, not the portion size.
And it doesn't even taste that sweet.
34 grams of sugar in it. Well, you have to realize that this touts that it has electrolytes, right? Proven hydration with electrolytes. Do you know which electrolytes are in here? Sodium and sugar are the electrolytes. We do need some of those, but not near the amount that's in this bottle. And we only need them if we have been profusely sweating them out, right?
You know that Pedialyte stuff that you have to give if babies are dehydrated or sick? Is it the same, the sodium and sugar?
It is, no, there's not as much sugar in that.
We get
There's
like
some other electrolytes. It is better.
What about Powerade? Is it almost similar to that?
Powerade, yes, same thing, basically. I mean, the sugar content might be a little bit different, I'm not sure, I haven't compared the two recently. But I am thinking they are a little bit different. But yeah, unless you have been sick and expelling, somehow, or if you've been sweating a lot, you really
time I got the flu, I had 2 weeks and I went and got Pedialyte at Dollar Tree, and that's what I drank like that much every day when I took my meds. And it helped me, I felt a lot better.
Yeah, a little
I could
bit.
get through the day a lot better.
Yeah, if you need it, you need it, but if you don't need it, you don't need it. Okay, so on our Sunny D, 1 bottle, which probably is a serving size actually, or portion size, it's 12 grams. So it's largely sugar. This is not orange juice. The first ingredient in this is water, and the second one is high fructose corn syrup. And then a little while later down the list, they've got some concentrated juices. This is not, and sucralose added too. This is not the same as orange juice. So if you want orange juice, get orange juice.
Yeah, that's an orange drink.
Yeah, this is, yes, a fruit flavored beverage, is what we would call that.
Now, does the size difference in there make anything to do with the sugar, or?
The size between these two, absolutely, yeah. Like I said, this is, they're calling this 1 serving size, this whole bottle.
Oh, wow.
But if you look at our portion sizes, it would probably be only a quarter of this bottle. This probably would be, 1 serving, 1 portion size as well as the serving size, so.
What's the sodium in those?
Sodium, she wants to know what the sodium is. So the Sunny D, by the way, this only contains 5% juice. The Sunny D has 135 milligrams of sodium, whereas our Gatorade here has 270 milligrams of sodium.
So, you remember how we were talking about the zero sugar Kool-Aid boxes?
Yeah.
I pulled up the nutrition facts to see what you thought about it.
Okay, she is having me look at these, what are they called again?
So the Kool-Aid zero sugar.
Kool-Aid zero sugar packets that you put in water or something like that? No.
They're pre-made, it's like a Kool-Aid pouch.
Oh, they're pre-made, okay, they're little juice pouches, but they're not juice, okay, they're Kool-Aid. All right, so I'm looking at the nutrition facts label here, and y'all can help me analyze this. So 1 pouch, it has no calories, it has no fat, which is, that's normal. It has 15 milligrams of sodium, which is way less than either one of those that we looked at. And it has no sugar because it has not real sugar in it. It has one of those man-made products that we talked about before, which maybe it's listed farther down. Okay, so here's the ingredients in it. It's got filtered water, citric acid, ascorbic acid, sucralose is the sweetener, and some colorings and preservatives and things. So, that being said, what do y'all think about this beverage?
The added sugars or the man-made sugars.
So even though it says no sugar on it, and it's not gonna automatically raise that glucose level like sugar does, we still have some sucralose.
Which one is it?
Which is like Splenda.
So I think really what we have to do when we look at something like this is consider sort of the way they do the research. And I couldn't say exactly how they did the research on this, but we know that in general, when they research these products, they look at how it affects people over a certain period of time. Some people are more sensitive to others than others to certain ones. Like sucralose might go right through somebody, whereas it doesn't affect somebody else. And it's kind of, that way your body's expelling it, it's not having any negative effects on it. And that's the way preservatives work too. They're not going to affect you because they may go right on through, and that's what's, so there's, on preservatives, I'm not sure about sucralose, but on preservatives, they have a maximum amount they can actually put in there based on their research that they've done. And that's only a certain amount of time. So what I like to look at is a product that's been out for a very long period of time to see what effects it has had on different people over the extended period of time versus just a short period of time. Sometimes you can't tell much from a short period of time. So aspartame that everybody's been all, really down on and stuff, and I couldn't tell you all the research on that, I don't know it all, but I do know that aspartame has been out longer than any other man-made sugar that's out there, and it hasn't had any really, really, really bad effects on people, right? We're not able to link it to cancer or anything like that. So that's on a positive note, Stevia is natural, but it just recently got approved, so we don't know the long-term effects of
xylitol, and they put on the packaging, can cause diarrhea.
There you go.
I like, for real, but my brother gave me a big bag of it, because his wife's natural eating and all that, and I think it's derivative from a plant or something like
Derived
that.
from a plant, yeah, so it's supposed to be a more natural one, but
But
Yeah.
there's some people it causes them to have the poop, so.
yeah,
I think it's also
Exactly.
how much somebody uses it. You know, do you just use it just a normal way?
Yeah.
Instead of overdoing it? It's gonna depend on if you know,
exactly.
you know,
So that's what I would say, is use products like this, if you choose to, use them, I would, whoops, sorry, I got it, thank you. Use them in moderation. As with any of these highly sugary products that we talked about, use in moderation, especially these. We're gonna eat these sometimes. Moderation, right? And I do wanna say, I don't have my sugar cube, that tells the, daily amount that you're supposed to have, but it's right around this amount that's in this one sweet roll. It's right about the amount of sugar you should have for the entire day. So, anyway, if you wanna come up and look at those or whatever, but, we pretty much covered everything. I have an evaluation for you. If you don't mind to stay and fill that out for me, I appreciate it, and I also have a bag for you, you wanna have it?
All these bags.
Do you want our which one?
No, you can keep that, that